Yes, yes, Sean. We're back. Today's Monday, so that means sports. Should be the normal four here, but when you rely on black people, you will be disappointed. But one's reliable, two are not. So we have half the crew here tonight, which means that anybody needs a part-time job that doesn't pay anything, but likes to talk a lot of shit about sports, hit me up on the DM, pause, or leave a comment. Pause. All right, so without further ado, my man without a plan, my brother from some other mother, that Bama Twan.
Hey, how you doing?
How
Hey,
about
how's
an
it going?
explosion?
Hey, what happened to the other thing? What happened to the other? There was an. Oh yeah, that one. Hey,
Oh, the
how's
other
it going?
Negroes. You mean the other Negroes who didn't show up?
Well, not those. I'm talking about the other background. I don't know which one I like the most.
You look very, you look like you decorate nice in your CGI home you have going on over there.
I don't know. I like my.
You like your bookshelf?
Yeah, I like my bookshelf and my. Here's my little
That's your
urn.
incense.
Like my urn. Oh, you see how the shirt is. You see how the shirt is glowing right there, boy. You see the logo. You see the logo just glowing.
You know
I'm talking
Wakam,
about.
right?
Yeah, that's that green. That green.
The other night on my show, I discovered that in real time.
Yeah, I saw you like you thought you discovered oil and gold mixed.
Hey, man, that shit was
Oh,
fascinating.
oh, oh look.
Hey, why people start texting me now? There's a lot going on in the sports world. So Monday nights is the sports night. It's much better banter when it was four. And I had a backup person too, Doc Kim, who also bailed.
Ooh wee. Three Negroes in one day.
Three Negroes. And that's what Negroes are known to do. Disappoint you. Hey, by the way, people, there'll be a lot more button smashing. I have this new device here. Yeah. That's a stream deck, baby. Buttons. Hey, Anto, I remember back in the days, all we want was buttons.
Man, they make them.
Now they got buttons.
They got a whole button machine.
So back in the
I
days,
can
we had a TV show back in the 90s like a BoJack Horseman. It was a comedy show. And then a fella named Dave Chappelle came by and stole it.
That ain't what happened. Wasn't
So
like that.
what happened was my partner here quit.
I ain't quit, man. Life happens, baby. Life happens.
All right, so without further ado, on the agenda tonight, that KD situation. So I started nibbling on this topic, pause, the other night when it first broke. But I think it warrants a deeper dive into. Pause.
Pause.
I know why the kids are just creeping, but I can hear them. You know what I'm saying? Just hurry up and get it. Go ahead. Who's that? Go ahead, man. But guys, I know I'm in heaven right now, but on the other side of this, I can talk to you people in the real world. That's the magic of movie making. Now, so I think I was the first and only person to fully get Katie's back that day it broke. So now the way the story's shaking out, the way it's being reported on is like people all seem to agree that was kind of foul on Michael Rappaport to release the private messages. But then again, Katie should apologize. The fine was warranted, so on and so forth. But and then the other thing, people are starting to like distinguish that, yeah, they work for a league and therefore it's not a question of free speech. Your employer can set these standards, what have you. But my thing is, no, they can't, because this is a private conversation. that he never gave permission to make public. So isn't that like a against the law or something? Like you can't record people and make that shit public. Like so, from my perspective, it's just like if somebody go through your phone and they find some evidence and they approach you about it and say, "Who's this girl you texting?" Like you stole that information, you foul, and therefore it's inadmissible in the court. What say you?
I agree with the inadmissible part. I think it's tapping the phone wiretapping. It's illegal wiretapping.
Mm-hmm.
When you record somebody's conversation, I know you can't do it in Maryland because I tried. Um, but
Your Honor, listen to this bitch. She's lying.
but but just all for the the wholeness of it all. Um, man law, just everything. Uh, it's the same thing. I think we talked about this. It's like women who I don't care about sex. I don't even care no more because they ban me. Like I'm kind of being a rebel right now because I don't know what to say, what not to say to get banned. So I don't care. But
Oh, by the way, for
it's
those who
like
don't
a
know,
woman.
he got banned. Tell them about your channel that they can't find no more.
Yeah, I used to have a channel. I used to have like almost 2,000 followers, and they all gone. And now I'm at zero. Woohoo! Isn't that great? And Instagram great. They can just take your account. But anyway, I digress. Um, what was I saying?
I don't know. I took an edible. 2 squares.
um, uh, Rappaport, right?
Yeah, you a punk.
No, yeah. Just on the fact of like I said, just snitching on somebody who you. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. When women come outside with cleavage or a G-string, either one, right? Butt cleavage or breast cleavage, and somebody look, and then they get offended, like, "What you looking at?" I'm like, "Your titties."
This happened to you a lot. This is a problem for you.
I'm gonna look. I'm just saying. My point is that you can't be throwing out punches or asking for attention, and then get upset when you get attention.
You talking about Michael Rappaport?
Michael Rappaport, yeah.
Okay.
I saw this. I saw a thing the other day. This lady was in a text message, and she's like, "I don't like the way black people don't never stick together." And the guy said to her, "Well, that's not what this is about." She said, "Yes, it is." He kept on trying to tell her, "Won't you just come listen?" And she kept on saying, "I don't have to listen to nothing." I was like, "Well, you didn't have to say anything at all to him in the first place. Like you don't have to say nothing to nobody." And then like you can't start. So it's like you can't start a fight. You starting something. You start a conversation with me, and then
Mm.
tell me shut up.
Was it? This is what we talked about.
I think it's Rappaport, right?
You got an allegory. You
Oh,
gotta, you gotta have an allegory for you.
oh. I
Buckle
got
up.
all type of examples. No, I'm saying I've had that happen a couple times with people. I've seen people poke the bear and then get mad when the bear hits you with that
Brian,
bear claw.
that was our first producer.
He said these fools.
Mhm. By the way,
You want to come on? Ask Brown if you want to come on live.
no, he don't mess with us. We still too Negro. Brian was always a little bit more sophisticated than us.
Well, he did go to Temple.
They call that college. What are we
Temple
talking
is a
about?
good college. He was talking about Rappaport.
Yeah, so I'm a little disappointed in my man Shannon Sharp. For even you saw he was on Undisputed today, right?
No, I haven't seen his response to it.
So why they giving that clown a platform to basically say, oh, yeah, I shouldn't have released it, my bad, but then say his side? My thing is like, once you cross that line, like you don't get to say what your side anymore. You shouldn't stepped out of pocket like that because that was just foul to me. Owls all day.
I saw something with what's the dude name from all that smoke, the light skinned dude.
Oh, Matt Barnes,
Yeah, Matt Barnes and Alien Head, Richard
Stephen.
Jefferson.
Uh,
And they was both talking about it. And they was basically saying like, Rappaport kind of had this kind of thing where he was cool with people. They had like an inside, people was cool with him just because they've been knowing him for so long, and he was a cat that you could DM, but
pause.
ain't nobody gonna really mess with you no more. Pause, right? Ain't nobody gonna really mess with you no more. You've lost that trust now since they see. It's just like the dude from the Lakers. Remember the dude who was recording?
Oh yeah, that nigga. He got traded too because of that shit.
Yeah, and he get traded everywhere now. Like don't nobody mess with him in no locker room. We're like no.
Right.
It's like no, your name is mush now. Ain't nobody gonna Rapport ain't gonna be able to have rapport with anyone else. Pun intended.
Right. And nor should he. And the thing is, like, I still feel like he's getting away with it. And there's a little bit of what do you call it, backlash to what he did, but he's still the victim. And I think it's like it's just overblown. They say he got his wife involved, like that. Like that was one thing about Grease. Like, well, he shouldn't bring his wife involved. Did he bring in his wife?
Okay.
He said your wife don't even mess with you like that, or something like that. Or he wasn't talking about his wife.
He was talking about his manhood. Basically, it was basically two men talking about each other's manhood. He
Right,
was calling him a bitch, and he was saying, "Oh, you a bitch. Your wife don't even mess with you."
right,
So it wasn't no. It was like who you calling a bitch?
right,
Basically, okay,
right,
you a bitch. But it wasn't. No, he didn't get his wife involved. He didn't say nothing about his wife. He didn't say your wife ugly or your wife fat, your
right.
wife tall or short.
Yeah,
You
that's what I'm
know.
saying. So why does everybody keep saying that?
Well, I think that's the. You know what, man? I think it go back to that whole. Because I was listening. I listened to KD's apology. That's another funny thing
Oh,
too. How
that was the greatest apology of all time. He didn't apologize. Did you hear what he said?
I don't like people who have to hear what I had to say.
But hopefully I get back to playing basketball.
Right. And that was the funny part. I was like, but let's get back to basketball. And then that's the Jedi mind. I saw Ted Cruz do the same thing. Like it's a politician move. Like
Yeah.
the real question is, do I want to play basketball again?
It was brilliant because he didn't say sorry, nor should he.
Yeah, man.
Nigga stole my wallet and then go public about what I have in my wallet. You stole my wallet. Now let me ask you this: the fine. Do you think that was justified? $50,000.
Did you say anything about Jews?
No, he did.
You shouldn't have got fined then. If you don't say anything about Jews, you should get fined.
And we love the Jews.
Just so you know. I'm saying if you say something about Jews, fine them. If you don't say nothing about Jews, don't fine them.
Um, is there ever a situation where you feel like a private conversation, when made public, warrants the league in this case or employer in another case intervening based on somebody's private comments?
No, I think if it get physical, you know what I mean? If he'd actually stole them when he seen them, then they could say, hey, dude, you overstepped the bounds, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that it was a private conversation, you know what? That's the other thing I think too, where we at, where technology is ahead of society,
Oh.
because the law should say, well, that was a private conversation. Same way they got the wiretap laws. You know what I mean? It should be the
Mhm,
same thing with wire text laws.
mhm.
But that ain't there yet. Maybe this will have some precedent or something. But oh, speaking of laws,
Well, you changed the subject because I got to follow up with that one.
oh, because I saw this joke with this law, and I think I sent you an article about Virginia changing it to you can't use the trans surprise uh excuse anymore. Like you used to be able like, oh, I didn't know she was a tranny, so I killed her.
That's
Virginia's
a
the
real
first southern.
defense. That was a
Yeah,
defense for them.
I swear to you, dude. I think I sent you the article. But Virginia's the first southern state
Uh,
to ban that law, but most
oh,
other
that's
southern
still
states
most. You can
you can still
still.
use it. Yeah, it's called trans shock or something. I forgot some kind of shock. But it's
You know, a
called.
whole lot of them lawmakers was probably covering their tracks. Probably, hey, look, write this here law.
Dude, it was so funny. I was crying. I was dying because it was like, no, can't say that no more. So even if you kill somebody and they like, I'm like, but that's messed up. So somebody can just trick you. A trick could trick you and not tell you nothing. You can't even kill them or slap them or nothing. Like you used to be able to slap them and kill them. Now you can't slap them or kill them.
I feel like this got off derailed. Where the fuck
It did,
we?
man. I was thinking about laws and that came because we talking about laws change. The laws anyway. Something about laws, and I meant to tell you that earlier. But yeah, man, I do think that I don't think that he should have been fined. I didn't know about the fine actually. Um,
$50,000.
but that's kind of the thing where they got to do something for the press because because it came a press story and because it became clickbait and because somebody said misogyny and homophobia. So you had to get women and gay people to be okay.
But from your perspective, private conversations that were made public without your approval should not be held against you as far as your work goes.
Yeah, it's like revenge porn. Like that was Rappaport was doing revenge porn. Like, oh, I don't like you anymore. Here, I'm going to show you this. And that's against the law. Revenge porn is against the law. So gay. I mean, whatever that.
Being gay, so being gay like our poor.
Yeah, being a bitch should be against the law. You know what I'm saying? Dry snitching. Or what did you call it? Bait
Oh,
and
bait and
snitch.
snitch, bait and snitch.
Yeah, bait and snitching should be against the law, just like bait and switching is the law.
I said it first. Right. Focused. Don't forget to smash that like button. Guess one. Solo. Back. 2 panel cut.
You know what that is, don't you, Brian?
And we had big ass boards like to do this little shit that now is on a little thing. Um, but Trip though. So let's see how logically consistent you are. Should Donald Sterling have lost his team? Hmm.
Yeah. Yes. He was a known racist.
But he lost his team because of that private conversation that trick that whatever she was, prostitute, whatever, made public.
I don't know if she's a prostitute. He was
I mean,
holding
what
on to her.
you made girlfriend, whatever, wife, whatever.
But I mean,
That was a
well, I
private
mean,
conversation that was made
yeah,
public,
but it
and
was,
he
but it
lost his
wasn't, but
team.
it wasn't his first offense, if you will. He had been known for a whole lot of things, and I think
But
Magic
still, it's
Johnson had that
KD in
problem.
that case. KD's known for talking shit on the internet to people and challenging them to fights.
No, I'm saying, but Rappaport was the offender, not KD. So that could be like you saying that Chinese, I mean, whatever she was, that whore always, um, she always telling on people. She always tricking people and telling them. I'm like, well,
So that's that's
stop.
that should go in his favor then, not against him. He was set up.
No. My point is that like, so I'm saying if somebody else get tricked by Rappaport, that's on them because we know what Rappaport is, right?
No, 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 no. I'm
So
not
we
talking about
know what
Rapport now.
Sterling.
I'm talking about
Right,
KD.
I know. I understand that. But what I'm saying is that the lady, I thought you were talking about Sterling.
What I'm saying is, based on your logic, you said it's always wrong to take somebody's private words. If the private words are made public,
Hmm.
should they face consequences? And you said no when we're talking about KD because his private words made public. But
Hmm.
when comes to Sterling, you're saying that the loss he had was justified because
Racism. That's a wild card. It's like a draw four with all the colors and Uno. Racism trumps everything. So if it's something racist, then damn it, I'm telling. If somebody called me a bunch of niggas in a private message, I was telling on everybody. I don't care if I was gonna whoop them. If I said I'm gonna whoop you, you say it in my face, I'll whoop you. He say nigga, 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 meet me, and I'm saying, look what he said, and I still fight him though. But I'm gonna make his name mud first. No, I mean I think that I still think that's different. I don't think it's the same exact situation where um I see what you're saying about the private message thing. I get that part, but I don't think that her or him losing his team was because of the private messages. I think he was losing his team because of prior offenses.
He lost it because if that conversation were not made public, he was still on his team. Period.
Perhaps. Or he would have done something else.
That's that multiverse, butterfly effect bullshit. You got to go off the what we know.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. But I still don't see it as exactly the same.
But here's the problem is, you and I might elevate that topic or that particular thing to a higher level, racism over whatever. But they got other groups that claim the misogyny and the homophobia of his statements were just as bad.
Over. Right. I get that. I understand that. And maybe that's what Rappaport was thinking. Like, he's being very misogynistic and homophobic, and I got to expose him now because people need to know that's what he really is.
Maybe,
But I don't think LeBron. I think LeBron was doing it because he wasn't giving her no more money or something, wasn't it?
yeah, but that don't make it better. Don't make your argument any better.
No, no, no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. I mean, both of them are feminine moves.
But here's where I see the differences between the two, and it's not the content of where they got caught on, but the how can I say it? The fallout from each. So in the case of the Sterling one, and this is where I disagree. People want everything to be equal, or people should be treated equal, right? Same thing with like fighting. Like if LeBron or Steph Curry or one of the other stars in the league swings on somebody in the playoffs, they shouldn't get suspended. Is it fair? No, but all y'all eating off of them. So if you want to keep eating, then we just gonna make exceptions and just be honest with it. So if David Stern or other new little weird looking alien dude's name, what's the alien looking dude's name with the long
Spielberg, hair? Goldberg.
No. What are the birds? No, Adam Silver.
Silverberg.
If
Ain't it Silverberg?
It's Silver. Adam Silver.
Just Silver?
Yeah, just Silver.
He didn't shorten it?
Fuck, I don't know. I didn't do research on it.
I was Silverstein on Silverberg. That's it. It's all over. They go bad both. Sorry. We're gonna get fined $50,000. They gonna find me. I didn't say shit. It was him doing all the talking. These inside jokes, people. Y'all already know what we're talking about. You was saying about the fines.
I'm saying, like, is it right? Is it fair?
No, it ain't right or right.
And so, that's what I was saying. Oh, I brought it back. Where I see it as being different. Oh, there should be no equality, right? Because everybody's different. So I'm gonna treat LeBron and whoever else, the star and Zion, whoever else, differently because they pair everybody. So the only reason why I would say it was okay to steal the team from Sterling, I mean, I know he got paid more than fair market value, I'm sure. But the only reason I see it's different is because if most of your employees are black, which the NBA is, they ain't gonna want to play for him no more. So that's gonna mess up your business. But the only
Yeah.
slippery slope though is if these gays and women groups, if you start expanding, if you start to rely on that market and they pull the rug from under you, then you be holding to them as well.
Well, I think with that though, that's more like a social problem. So I don't think it's going. I think their groups have aligned enough with men's groups to be relevant. So I don't think that's going to change the market that much. But what I was going to say earlier was that what you said about them catering the stars and not suspending stars. I think they do that. I remember when Michael Jordan scratched Reggie Miller's eyes out, they didn't do nothing to him that time, and they didn't suspend him or give him a check. Like it was a lot of times. I remember Michael Jordan a lot of times. Not a whole lot, because he didn't get to a whole lot of fragrances. But whenever he
What's
would,
a frugal?
I'm saying ruckus. I'm making fragrance and ruckus. But whenever he would get the benefit of the doubt.
Hold on. What? Huh? Yeah.
Are you on the air? Are you live? What? Yes, very live.
Michael Jordan. What you say?
No, I was saying he used to get the benefit of the doubt. I remember, like I said, I remember particularly when
I
he
get
scratched
that,
out
but I'm
Reggie Miller.
saying they shouldn't even be it should be conspicuous. Like, why didn't he get suspended? Cause he's a star.
That's why it's just like how people say LeBron flop all. Well, he does flop. I ain't gonna say he don't, but
Nowhere near
he
enough.
get. No, what I'm saying though is that he gets. I even with him, I don't know. I still think I don't think they will give him the same. I don't think they do that. I think they do. Steph Curry too. Steph Curry is a prime example.
What do you mean?
That time when he was wolfing up in LeBron face that time right after, like he should have got a tech. I forgot what game that was in the finals,
Yeah, I remember.
but he
Oh, you
was
talking
up in
about
up in his
him and
face.
Clay were
That should have been
talking.
a tech.
Well,
Yeah. He should have got a tech for that, but they gave him star treatment and didn't give him the tech. You know what I mean? Because they they know it's Steph Curry. So I think they do that. But you know, Donald Sterling, I get you, and I'm trying to be non-hypocritical, but I don't care about him. So I'm gonna be a hypocrite of this. I don't care.
but I don't know,
And
man.
I
I
see, I
think
still see it a little bit different. I see what you're saying though, man. I don't know.
mm, she set him up too, though. That was a setup.
I mean, she was trying to get money from him, right? I think that was the whole thing. She was trying to extort money from him. Like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna let this tape out.
Right. That was
Yeah,
foul. I feel sorry for
yeah.
Donald Sterling.
I feel sorry for Marion Barry.
No, same thing.
Yeah, I mean that go another one. If I'm smoking crack in the comfort of my own home, off duty, why is it anybody's business? If I'm smoking crack at the district building, then lock me up. Sure, that was wrong. I'm at a private hotel smoking crack, and I didn't even want to smoke crack. The lady made me do it. I just wanted to have a little bit of cooch.
All right, Deshaun Watson. Set up or nah?
Now I said something a couple of weeks ago when it was two. Because after it got to be one, I was like, hold up, this sounded kind of fishy. And here's my thing, and I'm glad you brought this up. I because I don't know. This is what I'm struggling with. Was this nigga a freak that Houston was just holding back, or is Houston letting the hoes out on attack? Who let the dogs out? So I'm not sure. It's two things. Like I was like, was he always just a dude who just rah, and then Houston found out about it and they just covered up? You know what I'm saying? Or is it that he's being set up a bunch by a whole bunch of hoes? They like, look, oh, we know you got his DMs. We know this part. We gonna give you another 100,000 if you just say this. I don't know. I don't think neither one of them is all the way true though.
Well, disclosure, I haven't read any of the stories. I've been headline skimming, but my spidey sense
I'm
thinks the
listening.
time. Let's give you a different location. Hold on. Effects, camera effects. He comes back. We're gonna put him at the beach. No, no, put him.
Oh man, you supposed to have it ready when I got back. Man, I look like I'm in jail. Like a prison interview.
And then, Yana, I told him especially no more, Yana. What we talking about? Oh,
Sean Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson. I haven't read the story, whatever, but my spidey sense tells me the timing is fishy. Soon as he wanna not play for Houston, all of a sudden he better hope he can play for Houston. You know what I'm saying? Nobody trading for him now. Now you can leave.
Right.
And you know the good old. I think it was probably a mix of both, where he may have certain proclivities, and they were fed and sheltered, but they got that whole card on them.
Right. I think they do that with everybody too, right?
Who is they? Clarify. The
They, the
Houston
powers that
Texans.
be, CIA, FBI. Uh oh, here they come. But nah, I think that just like it could go back to Jesus and the Black Messiah. When they put that pimp in the movie, that's what made me say, "Damn, everybody is in, right?" And so what I mean by that is like, if you want to make a certain amount of money, if you get to that echelon, that certain echelon, they gonna make sure they got you compromised with some drugs or some hoes. One of your vices, if you got a vice, they gonna get you on it. And then they're gonna have a recording of it. The Russia's KGB in Russia is famous for doing this. Like they got all their hotels booby trapped. So whoever go to Russia, they got you. So I think that's what the KGB, whoever, the powers that be, when you get to that upper echelon, they put that on you somewhere. And then they hold it on you. And then whenever you try to go somewhere, they be like, hey, that's what I think Martin Lawrence is running around tripping off for. I think that's what be happening in Hollywood when you see dudes just tripping like, man, I can't get out of this. They got that tape. I don't want this contract no more. So I think I think something like that happened. They knew, like you said, just like because you think about all the movies where they show them kids going to college, you know what I mean? They always recruit them with hoes. So they get you young. You know, they like, okay, he like white girls with big titties or whatever. You know, he like whatever. They know what you like because they got a booster who been following you since you was 15. Your booster know all your stuff. Your booster gonna throw some drugs at you one day, take a picture when you ain't looking, when you drunk or something. And he gonna come back with like, hey nigga, remember that time that partner? We cool. Just make sure you shave these points.
So that's what happened to Deshaun Watson.
Yep, it's a game, homie. The game is rigged. Big bank take little bank, homie. That's a how I said it first joint. Well, I guess cube, but you know what I'm talking about.
In this circle right here, I'm gonna go ahead and give him that. Um, damn, what was I gonna say? Oh,
Nigga off the eddies.
oh, Steve Kerr though.
Steve Kerr.
Yeah. What about Steve Kerr though?
Well, well though, although, um,
Everybody's talking that shit. I remember he's like the greatest coach ever. That
yeah, with
you
that rigged
inherited a
team.
team that Mark Jackson got like the same way they did Tony Dungy. Served up on a
Yeah,
platter for you. But the minute there's some adversity, what about Steve Kerr though?
and not just this year, but last year too. You know what I'm saying? Like Steve Kerr been sucking for a while.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, that's the thing about like what's his name? What's the dude name who was an actual good coach? The dude that everybody didn't Everybody wanted him to coach for him, but nobody could stand. Larry
Oh, Larry
Brown.
Brown.
Yeah, that's how you know when you good, when you could take your show on the road and it's successful. And Larry Brown was able to take his show on the road 7, 8, 9 places. But Steve Kerr, you're a one trick pony. Let's see what else you can do. And you can't do nothing else because you got different pieces now. And you don't know how to run it. You don't know how to adjust or to change the whole game plan if you need to slow it down or walk the
Right.
ball up. Y'all, you still got Steph Curry taking 80 shots and Draymond Green just yelling at people, trying to be intimidator. He's scary.
You said trying to be what?
The intimidator. That's his
Oh,
whole role.
oh.
Scared nigga. Nigga, who you talking to? He wasn't niggas you be like, man, I don't want to fight you, man. Go ahead. You just got to fight. Man, why you always want to fight? Nigga, didn't we just fight last week? Yeah, nobody won. So we got to square back up.
They didn't see. Um. Oh yeah, but see that's something though. He got beat by 53 points, man. You should get you get fired for stuff like that. The
Yeah.
white privilege in coaching is real. How did Steve Kerr get the job? How did Steve Nash get the job?
Brooks and the Wizards and the dude before Brooks. Like they be letting some coaches, man. I don't understand how they get a job or how they keep it. Like they be giving dudes jobs with like less than 500 records, and then the dudes go less than 500 on a new team, and they let them stay till they get their record win percentage down about 250, 188. Like, all right, we gonna fire him. And nigga, he was 40. He was 40 when he came in. You wish he got the 18.
What was one other question? Wait, hold on, I gotta
Let's
leave my
go.
mind.
I'm ripping. Oh, that's just like a stand-up comedy thing. Hey, is this thing on?
Oh, does NCAA count this year?
No, I don't think any sports count this year, except for the
You
NBA. Some of the bubble. And the really reason I said that about the bubble is because they actually did keep it together as a league. They got everybody to play all the games, and they stayed in one spot. Everybody else was all over the place. They didn't have full leagues. Nobody else did it as well as the NBA did it. What I mean by that is no other league was able to keep consistent play for an extended amount of time.
Hmm.
So I think I
Maybe
think I
hockey or
do.
something. Who the fuck knew? No, I don't
No,
watch.
all them other ones was having problems. I remember. I mean, nobody else did the bubble. Everybody else was having like a week off here, a week off there. There was no consistency throughout the leagues except for the NBA because they took off their time all at once and they came back all at once and did the bubble and the playoffs. So to me, that was the actual, consistent events throughout the year. But NCAA's, I didn't even know they played. Like you said, like even about the football, I didn't even realize that they had the football championship until y'all was telling me the other day. Well, back like the whole year to me, all of 2020 was just like, okay, nothing really happening. I'm watching Amazon Prime. I'm watching, I'm not watching sports, and because there was nothing, because everything was just shut down, and so the NCAA's this year, even if they are, Duke wasn't in it, North Carolina wasn't in it. All those teams that are normally at least gonna go to the 32, they wasn't even in the fight. So,
Yeah,
you know,
it seems odd. It doesn't seem like it really counts. And then the difference with I would even throw NFL in there. I think even though some games I can, so I think for the overall, everybody's affected the same. They're professionals. Um,
mm,
but the difference in college, like something like with even with like football, like the Pac-12 and Big Ten didn't even play the start of the year. The SEC was in it from day one, right?
hmm
So that's kind of like not. It's like starting a race, 30 yards ahead. It doesn't seem equal to me. You know what I mean?
hmm
So like, I don't know if I can take this year seriously, and I don't think it's just like you said. I don't think it's the same as the pros. Definitely not the NBA.
hmm I agree. Let's disagree on something. Nah, man, you wrong.
Oh, oh, Brooklyn played tonight. Do you see? Did they win?
I don't know.
I think all three of them were on the floor together for the first time forever. They're playing the
Oh,
Knicks.
well, that should be a good game. Knicks got good defense.
It shouldn't be a good game, but the Nets are all that. They're supposed to blow the Knicks out.
I know. I'm just saying. I want to. I wouldn't mind knowing what's going on with the NCAA's. And we need an update on this sports show.
Oh no, what time? The game started at 9, right? Yeah, it's
Oh,
probably
did it?
yeah. It's 9:47. It ain't over yet.
Okay.
Y'all want to watch the game with us? You got any others? Give you want to freestyle and one more topic, then hang up the phone because this is Eddie kicking in.
Was that the last topic?
Huh?
Was that the last topic?
We
Oh,
had
I
KD.
had one, but I want. Yeah, I want to do it for the four of us though. I'll save it for when it's four of us.
Oh fuck all
Um,
that. Just do it now.
nah, cause you don't even know what it is, and I need them to Joan on there. I want Joan or John really, so I want John
Oh,
and
so
Cordell. So
what are your inside stories?
yeah. Um,
Many time.
nah, it ain't. You stupid. um, I don't have nothing to riff on, man. I was trying, like I said, with that thing I told you about, I sent you. Let me see something. I think I sent two articles that was pretty funny.
Sports related, man. This is a sports show.
Oh man, can't talk about can you talk about the OJ trial?
Is it the OJ trial, bro?
No, I'm just saying, can we talk about it?
Oh, because it's sports.
Why is that? Who is that new nigga that think he Johnny Cochran and he suck? How did he get to be the new Johnny Cochran? Like, out of all the black lawyers in the world, how did that dude get to be the representative for everybody?
Why are you
And
confusing me? Are you doing stand up or something? Fucking
no, because you talk about we was talking about you said let's talk about sports, and then I said O.J. Simpson, and I was thinking about Johnny Cochran, and then I was thinking about lawyers, and I thought about that new lawyer who always seemed to be at every black case, like Johnny Cochran used to be. I'm saying
nigga,
Johnny Cochran was eloquent,
fucking
and this dude is not eloquent at all. Oh, what about the stalker? Did you read that story?
no.
The stalker that was leaving candy outside the woman's job, and I sent you when you questioned it.
Oh
This
yes,
dude in
yeah, I
Texas.
did. I did. What was like? What was that? Was that supposed to be funny?
Did you read it?
No, I just saw like the
Oh man, it was
headline.
hilarious, dude. So this dude used to work with this lady, right?
Wait, how inappropriate is this about to be?
No, it's not inappropriate at all. It's funny.
All right.
He used to work with this lady, and then I think he stopped working like a month ago, and he started sending candy, putting candy and flowers and stuff, candy and food on her porch.
She's single. She
So
had kids, anything?
no, she married. so, so he went over there and saw her. I think they saw her. The husband and her were coming out, and they saw him like, they go that nigga from your job. And then I think he put a gun on the husband. They ran in the house. He shot through the door, shot the husband's hand, kidnapped the wife, and then took the wife. And the husband came out. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill her if you keep coming closer." So the husband went back in the house. He drove off. The police chased him, and he had to crash. But I'm like, this is an ex coworker. Now, what was she doing to him at work to make him think he'd go to her house and kill her husband? Because he went there to kidnap her.
What the fuck are you
It was
talking
funny,
about?
man. Read the story. Look.
Wait, get stop hurts my eyes. Move
Oh,
it. It hurts the eyeballs.
stalker. It says alleged stalker left candy outside. Man, that's a funny story, man. I read it. I sent it to you so you can talk about it on your show, really.
But what does that have to do with sports, though?
Nothing, but it's a funny story, man. How can a dude be at a job and then go to somebody's house like, all right, I'm gonna kill this nigga and take his wife? She was flirting. She kept
Oh,
sending
you blaming
D.
her?
Yeah, I'm trying, like she was doing something to this nigga to make him think he come to her house. I know where she lived. No, I think she did so. I think she was cheating on the nigga and told him she was gonna leave her husband. And she's like, no, that's okay. He's like, no, you lying. I'm coming to get you.
No, he probably
Uh,
crazy. He could do all that.
I don't know. I'm
What
saying that's a hell
what
of
did
a
he need
kind of
candy
crazy.
for? Was he like a pervert trying to get her kids
That's
or
what I'm
something?
saying. I think he was giving her the candy he was giving her at work. He's like, she used to love, steak and cheese and M&M. So I'm gonna leave them at work so she know it's me.
You
Right.
said
I'm gonna
steak
leave them
and
on her.
cheese?
I don't know. I'm just making up. She could be chalupas. I don't know what she like. I'm saying he was bringing her favorite food and candy to her doorstep. A man has been arrested after stalking his former female colleague for over a month, shooting her husband and attempting to kidnap her from her own home. That's how the story starts off.
Wait, did he really just shoot him in the hand? They're like, ow! I was like, pew pew.
It's like he shot through the door when they ran back in the house. He shot through the door, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And then he went in the house and grabbed her and took her. It occurred Friday, April 2nd in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when an unnamed target of the kidnapping was leaving for work in the morning as her husband escorted her to her vehicle. They saw the suspect, Justin Arthur Ray Davis. Now that's the problem right there.
That name says pedophile, rapist.
Sitting in his truck, handing at a truck, pickup truck nearby, according to the statement from Tulsa police. Davis has been stalking the victim for over a month after he resigned at their mutual workplace. She has made reports of Davis sitting outside her apartment and leaving candy and food on her doorstep. It was it was then that Davis got out of his truck with a shotgun, chased after cuff chased after the couple with it, and they ran back into the apartment. Davis shot through the door, hitting the husband in the hand. Authorities said Davis went to the apartment and grabbed the victim, dragging her down the stairs. Damn, he snatched her ass down the steps. Come on, bitch. You in it now, bitch. Police say the neighbors woke up to the sounds of the incident and witnessed Davis choke and punch the victim, leading them to immediately call 911. Oh, look at this nigga's face now. I don't know if you can see it.
Look, the Terminator. You can't see the joke.
I
Look.
know, yeah, because this face all scratched up because he crashed the truck.
What about her? Did she get hurt?
I don't think so. Hold on. The husband then came back down the stairs to save her, and Davis pointed a shotgun at him, saying he will kill him if she doesn't get in the truck. The suspect then reportedly fired two shots from the shotgun in the air. Pew, pew. Get. He told that motherfucker to get. Then you get. This is not funny, by the way, people. We're not laughing at domestic violence. We're laughing at this country fool. We're laughing at crazy white men. And that's another thing, too. Everybody trying to figure out the problem with all this stuff in America. It's crazy ass mean white men. It's been their problem since the whole time. And nobody want to talk about crazy mean white men. Like, don't y'all see these motherfuckers is crazy? They crazy. They crazy when little boys. You ever seen little white boys in the store? Don't nobody do nothing to them. Whoop they ass. That was funny. They took off as authorities began to arrive on scene, which led to a short police chase on I-44. But when the suspect attempted to take an off ramp, he crashed his car as he lost control of it. Oh shit! Oh shit! We've been a wreck. Davis was transported to a local hospital for laceration to his head and booked in the Tulsa County Jail. Officers recovered a shotgun and ammunition at the scene of the accident. Currently, listen, this is the funny part. It's currently unclear what charges Davis will face for his involvement in the incident. Really? Or kidnapping, attempted murder, resisting arrest, aiding and abetting, money laundering. I can name a whole lot of shit.
The South will
Oh, that
rise
shit.
again, boy. Look,
Yeah, that's why I sent you that story, young. It was hilarious.
that frames up nicely. Party people, hope you got some sports and some little jokes out of it. We've got explosions. We got Alpha, Infinite Alpha.
Suck it! Suck it! Suck it! Suck it!
You got the both of us, and I'm gonna say peace as the
Holding
God.
court reunion with the man Brian. Brian, we had a holding court reunion tonight.
Say it again.
Stupid.
All right, y'all party people. We're on time. We're gonna say deuces and see you same bad time, same bad channel. Deuce.